Many people view the idea of extraterrestrial beings skeptically, believing such stories to be fabrications or optical illusions.
We're either being surrounded by friggin' UFOs.
However, if alien civilizations truly exist, it would overturn our understanding of the universe, and humanity would have to accept that intelligent life is not exclusive to our planet. In this video, I've gathered a selection of mysterious phenomena and objects caught on camera that may make you reconsider your belief that aliens are not real. Enjoy watching. A resident of Sheffield, England, captured an unusual object flying over his backyard. According to the witness, it was a disc-shaped craft with smooth contours and dim lights along its edges. The object moved silently and smoothly before disappearing behind the trees. Interestingly, just before the sighting, the man's main smartphone suddenly stopped working, forcing him to use an old phone. The recording is low quality, but the silhouette of a classic flying saucer is still visible. A mysterious event occurred in the Peruvian city of Puno. A massive metallic object fell from the sky. The fall was accompanied by a loud crash and a thick cloud of smoke. Witnesses immediately noticed that the object had an unusual design with many small tubes arranged in a circular pattern. At first, people assumed it was satellite debris or part of a rocket booster. However, space agencies officially confirmed that no rocket launches occurred that day. The object's shape and structure did not match any known craft. Despite widespread attention, officials provided no explanation. A tourist traveling through the desert witnessed a mystical phenomenon. Suddenly, a figure shaped exactly like an Egyptian pyramid appeared in the sky. The object had precise geometric lines and looked like an exact copy of the ancient structures of Giza, as if someone had lifted one into the air. Some experts suggested it could be a rare optical illusion or a play of light on clouds. Others insist the phenomenon was anomalous, as the observer claimed the pyramid remained visible for several minutes before disappearing without a trace. A resident of Scotland posted a video of a strange aerial phenomenon. He reported seeing several glowing lights in the night sky that were clearly neither airplanes nor stars. The objects looked like floating spheres moving synchronously and extremely slowly. After some time, they began to dim and eventually dissolved into thin air without leaving any traces. Although the video gained many views, the anomaly has not been identified. A resident of Cusco, Peru, filmed an unusual object in the sky. According to his description, the object resembled a kite, but unlike real kites, it remained perfectly motionless without any visible support or movement. The video was uploaded online and quickly attracted attention. Most commenters agreed the object might be an alien spacecraft, as its form and behavior did not match any known flying device. On the 10th of September 2009, eyewitnesses above a military base in Shizuoka Prefecture observed several glowing objects. The next day, the region experienced a powerful earthquake of magnitude 6.6, which caused a tsunami. Many locals connected the two events, suggesting that the UFOs might have been warnings of the upcoming disaster, or even its cause. No official comments from authorities or scientists followed. Furthermore, the glowing objects have never been identified. A video appeared online allegedly showing an alien base. According to the author, the structure had been hidden behind clouds, but became visible due to a malfunction. The footage indeed shows a massive structure and a humanoid figure who, according to the claim, was panicking and trying to fix the problem. After some time, the base became invisible again. Despite the online excitement, the video's authenticity has not been confirmed. Some experts believe the footage was created with video editing. A video from Newark, New Jersey quickly went viral. The footage shows a strange glowing sphere in the sky that descended slowly toward the ground and moved over a road at no more than half a meter in height. Its movements looked chaotic and unnatural. Then the sphere suddenly shot upward and vanished. Online debates erupted as people tried to explain the phenomenon. Some insisted it was an extraterrestrial UFO, while others suggested it might have been a drone with lights or an optical illusion. No official explanation has been provided. In rural Mexico, a local resident encountered an unexplained phenomenon. While driving home, he noticed a motionless, egg-shaped object in the sky. It had a smooth, reflective surface, emitted no sound, and had no visible engines or illumination. The observation lasted about 7 minutes, after which the object silently drifted toward the mountains and disappeared. The man reported the incident to local authorities, but police found no evidence near the Kenyan capital, Nairobi. A local resident's dash cam recorded one of the most detailed UFO sightings ever. On the 14th of August, 2024, at 17:45 local time on the Mombasa-Nairobi highway near Karura, a perfectly round disc flew in front of the car. The footage is high quality, clearly showing a metallic surface with ribbed edging and round window-like openings along the perimeter. The object glided smoothly at a height of 50 to 70 meters without making a sound, passing 30 meters ahead of the vehicle before sharply accelerating and disappearing behind the trees. The video was submitted to experts. Independent analysis found no signs of editing, and the International Agency for the Study of Anomalous Phenomena, IAEF, included the case in its list of high-credibility flying saucer sightings. On the 12th of September, 2024, residents of Santa Cruz, Argentina, observed an unusual atmospheric phenomenon. A dense, giant cloud hung motionless in the sky, even though wind gusts that day reached 10 meters per second. Additionally, the strange cloud emitted a faint internal glow, had sharp edges with no blurring, and produced no precipitation. The anomaly remained in the sky for 47 minutes before gradually dissipating. Interestingly, 3 days later, an employee of a naval base in Newport, Rhode Island, USA, photographed a similar object. These cases were linked to the Three Atlases incident, when U.S. Air Force radars detected 3 large, unidentified objects entering the atmosphere over the Atlantic. On the 23rd of June, 2024, a driver noticed a strange anomaly in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, California, a perfectly round, golden sphere about 15 meters in diameter. It hovered motionless at an altitude of 250 meters and made no sound. The National Center for Atmospheric Research, NCAR, ruled out a weather balloon, drone, or optical effect. Therefore, the sighting remains unexplained. In 2015 in Mexico, a video was recorded that still troubles mystery enthusiasts. The footage shows an unusual flying craft, a spherical body with appendages resembling jellyfish tentacles. The object moved smoothly and silently, with no visible engines or identification markings. Internet users nicknamed the anomaly the jellyfish UFO. Ufologists claim it is extraterrestrial, while skeptics suggest it might have been an experimental drone. A series of mysterious events occurred in Las Vegas. First, a bright green sphere appeared in the sky, rapidly descending toward the ground. At the moment of its impact, a flash occurred, frightening locals. Sometime later, a teenager named Angel Kenmore spotted 2 strange figures in his backyard and managed to record them on video. The beings were extremely tall, more than 2.5 meters. They had elongated bodies with a greenish skin tone and large eyes without visible pupils. Frightened, the teenager called the police. Officers examined the property but found no traces. Local media covered the story, but neither aviation authorities nor the military provided comments. Residents continued debating the incident, offering explanations ranging from a hoax to a visit from extraterrestrial beings. In Texas, 2 mysterious sightings occurred within a few hours. The first took place around 1815 near the Sam Houston National Forest. A local resident heard the sound of a low-flying jet and looked up, but instead of a military aircraft, he saw a round object moving above the trees. The witness recorded the event, but the object vanished seconds later. The second sighting occurred around 2100 near the city of Conroe. A local woman filmed another unidentified object. It had pointed upper and lower sections with bright lights rotating around its center. Suddenly, a powerful beam of light shot from the base of the object toward a nearby building, as if scanning it. At that moment, the woman's camera abruptly malfunctioned and her phone completely shut down. Interestingly, during the same period, residents within a radius of 6 kilometers experienced power outages and mobile network disruptions. Despite the scale of the event, both incidents remain without official explanation. In the year 2009, in the Nevada desert near the anomaly-famous Area 51, a man witnessed a bizarre scene. On a sandy plain, he saw a destroyed object that looked unmistakably like a spacecraft. The structure was severely damaged, likely from a crash. But what surprised the witness most was not the wreckage itself, but what was happening around it. Several glowing spheres circled above the site. They moved along complex trajectories, sometimes approaching the wreckage and sometimes pulling away. The witness noted that the spheres emitted a soft light without any visible source and produced no sound. The man immediately reported the discovery to local police, but officers refused to respond. There is no public information indicating that any investigation or debris recovery was ever conducted. A recently posted video shows what the author claims is a genuine extraterrestrial spacecraft. Unlike typical UFO depictions, the object has a distinctly triangular shape. The footage indeed displays a triangular craft with massive glowing engines. According to the videographer, the craft was flying at low altitude and relatively slowly, allowing its contours to be clearly observed. However, after several minutes, the object accelerated abruptly and vanished beyond the horizon within seconds. An outdoor security camera at Ridgeview Elementary School in Flagstaff, Arizona, recorded an unexplained event. In nighttime footage, a small humanoid figure appears near the building's wall, close to the playground. The being resembled a classic gray alien. It was short, with gray skin, large dark eyes without distinct pupils, a narrow nose, and a slightly open mouth, giving the impression of surprise. The figure stood motionless near one of the corridor windows for several seconds, as if observing the interior, and then disappeared from the camera's view. The school administration and local authorities declined to comment. Skeptics suggest it may have been a person in a costume or an optical illusion. A user of a social network who was filming an ordinary video blog at the Huck's gas station in the city of Murray, Kentucky, accidentally recorded an unusual phenomenon. A huge UFO suddenly appeared in the sky, silently gliding over the gas station. Unlike most UFO sightings that occur high in the sky, this craft flew almost directly overhead. The video quickly spread online, sparking debate. Some consider it proof of extraterrestrial presence on our planet, while others are convinced the footage is edited. Late at night in Compton, California, a local resident named Jessica Ortiz woke up to strange sounds in her backyard. Taking her phone, she turned on the surveillance camera feed and saw something that shocked her. A tall, thin figure appeared on the screen, slowly moving across the yard. According to Jessica, the creature's body was partially hidden in the darkness, but she could still make out that its head had an unusual elongated shape, and its appearance did not resemble either a human or any known animal seeking answers. Jessica posted the footage online. The video caught the attention of surveillance expert Connor McCourt, who suggested it was likely an animal or possibly a child playing a prank. He explained that late at night in the dark, any being can look strange. Jessica also contacted the police, but officers found no signs of intrusion. The incident remains unexplained. This incident occurred in the year 1998. A group of fishermen set out to fish off the coast of Florida. Due to favorable conditions, they traveled much farther than planned, roughly 40 nautical miles from shore. As their vessel was turning back home, the crew noticed an unusual glow in the sky. A large red glowing sphere first appeared, hovering several hundred meters above the water. After a few minutes, many smaller spheres of the same color appeared around it. All objects emitted a steady, intense light. The fishermen observed the phenomenon for about 15 minutes. The spheres remained motionless and then suddenly went dark, leaving the sky normal again. After returning to shore, they reported the incident to the local Coast Guard, but no official explanation was ever provided. A passenger on a commercial airplane flying over Colorado witnessed a mysterious phenomenon. At an altitude of roughly 11 kilometers, he spotted numerous strange objects arranged in precise geometric rows. At first, he assumed they were drones, but their number and altitude ruled out that possibility. Neither commercial nor military drones can operate at such flight levels. The objects moved in perfect sync, keeping exact distances from one another, and made no sound. The passenger managed to record a video with his smartphone, but the nature of the objects remains unknown. In the year 2022, late at night, residents of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, witnessed an unusual phenomenon. Several glowing spheres passed over the city one after another. Eyewitnesses described them as perfectly round objects emitting a soft green light. They moved slowly, and at times it seemed they were preparing to land. Interestingly, the spheres made no engine noise. They left no contrails and moved with remarkable synchrony. By morning, all the mysterious spheres had vanished. Several residents managed to record the anomaly. The footage was shared on local news portals and social networks, but neither the police nor aviation authorities commented on the event. Users began offering their own theories, ranging from secret drone tests to the presence of extraterrestrial civilizations. Travelers driving through the desert hills near Sedona, Arizona, witnessed an inexplicable event. A large silver disc suddenly appeared in the clear sky. According to witnesses, the object hovered motionless at first and then shot upward abruptly. Its acceleration was comparable to that of a rocket. After reaching a certain height, the disc appeared to explode. A bright flash lit up the sky, and the object vanished completely. Notably, no debris or traces of an explosion were found on the ground. Near Area 51 in Nevada, an incident occurred that drew the attention of local media. A giant glowing object crashed in the desert. The area was quickly cordoned off by the military, who covered the object with protective material. Despite strict security, one journalist managed to capture the crash site from a helicopter before the object was fully concealed. Photos and a short video quickly spread online. People demanded an explanation, but officials refused to comment, citing national security concerns. An employee at a research station in Antarctica reported encountering an unidentified flying object. According to him, he saw a large disc-shaped craft resting on the ice. The object slowly rose into the air, hovered for a few seconds, and then silently disappeared. The witness managed to record a short video, though the quality was poor. Even so, the silhouette of what appears to be a classic flying disc is visible. The incident revived theories about possible alien bases in Antarctica. On a beach in Panama, an unusual event took place. Vacationers noticed a shiny disc gliding low over the ocean surface. The object moved quickly yet smoothly, as if floating above the waves. Beneath it, ripples formed, reflecting its glow. Some witnesses suggested it might be a drone conducting reconnaissance. Others insisted the craft was extraterrestrial, pointing to the lack of sound and the unusual flight trajectory. In the Iraqi governorate of Maysan, local residents witnessed a strange aerial phenomenon. An unidentified object appeared in the sky, shaped like a jellyfish. It moved slowly, strictly in a straight line, as if heading toward a predetermined destination. The object made no sound and left no traces. The sighting lasted about 10 minutes, after which the object disappeared beyond the horizon. People were so shocked that they intensely discussed possible explanations. The most intriguing theory suggested that it might have been an inventor testing a jetpack. In Australia, over the city of Perth, residents noticed an unusual object, a shiny silver sphere hovering in the air, as if suspended by an invisible thread. Its surface reflected light, gleaming like a mirror under the sun. Unlike airplanes or drones, the object had no visible wings, propellers, or signal lights. It remained still for several minutes and then began slowly drifting to the side. Several people managed to film the phenomenon, but the footage did not help identify the strange object. Last year, eyewitnesses observed an unidentified flying object above the Great Pyramid of Cholula in Mexico. The object resembled a flat slab. It moved rapidly across the sky without making any noise and soon ended up above the city center. After some time, it accelerated and vanished. This event sparked discussion among locals. Some were frightened, as the pyramid has long been considered a place of special energy. The appearance of a UFO seemed to confirm legends about ancient secrets of the site and a possible connection between ancient civilizations and extraterrestrials. In October 2009, a helicopter from the WSAZ-TV news channel was conducting a routine flyover of the Mountaineer Power Plant in Mason County. West Virginia journalists were preparing a report about the facility's operations, but something inexplicable occurred during filming. At around 3:30 p.m. local time, the operators noticed 4 glowing spheres in the sky. The objects moved at incredible speed and could hover in place before abruptly changing direction at sharp angles. The glowing orbs emitted a soft light, produced no sound, and left no trails. The helicopter pilot confirmed that none of the objects matched the trajectory or behavior of any plane, helicopter, or drone. The footage was submitted to regional authorities, but no official explanation for the phenomenon was ever given. In September 2022, residents of communities around Big Bear Reservoir in San Bernardino County began reporting nightly sightings of mysterious glowing objects. According to witnesses, for 3 nights in a row, bright silent spheres appeared in the sky, moving chaotically. A group of curious locals decided to conduct their own experiment. Armed with a high-powered laser pointer, they waited for the object to appear and directed the beam at it. The moment the laser hit the object's surface, something unexpected happened. The glow scattered for a second, revealing its shape. Witnesses stated that the object had the clear outline of a disc with a slightly convex top. Its surface appeared matte, without visible windows or lights. Immediately after the laser contact, the object accelerated sharply and disappeared from view within seconds. In November 2023, several college students in Coon Rapids decided to explore an abandoned warehouse complex on the outskirts of town, rumored to be a hotspot for paranormal activity. The friends entered through a breach in the wall. The first minutes passed quietly, but once they descended to the basement, they saw a terrifying humanoid creature with disproportionately long limbs, smooth, dark skin, and a large head with enormous eyes. When the creature turned its head and charged toward them, the students fled in panic. The next day, they reported the incident to the police. Officers inspected the warehouse but found no trace of the creature or any evidence. During a powerful thunderstorm in the River North area of Chicago, a local resident witnessed an inexplicable phenomenon. The man was recording lightning on his smartphone. At one moment, when an exceptionally bright flash lit up the sky, a strange object appeared in the frame. It had a clear triangular shape and seemed to hover motionless in the air. The most astonishing part was that the object was visible only during lightning strikes. Between flashes, the sky appeared empty. The man replayed the footage several times, zooming in. The triangle did not move or shift and emitted no light. Its contours looked smooth, with no visible details or lights. After the storm ended, the object vanished without a trace. A recently surfaced old video, allegedly filmed in rural Kansas about 15 years ago, shows what appears to be the grounds of a secret research facility. People in lab suits are seen running chaotically, as if trying to take cover or call for help. Above them hovers a strange object resembling a classic flying saucer. The video description claims the incident occurred at a classified site, but there are no official confirmations or archival references. An old video, supposedly filmed in the mountain regions of Utah, has been gaining popularity online. According to its alleged authors, the footage was discovered in the archive of a local ranger whose identity remains unknown. Judging by the quality, it was recorded in the early 2000s on a low-resolution camera. The first frame shows a small humanoid creature resembling an alien. The following close-up frames display a flying saucer simply hovering above the ground without making any movements. User reactions were mixed. Some consider the footage evidence of extraterrestrial life, while others point to possible signs of editing. In a forested area near Vancouver, Canada, a local resident witnessed an unusual phenomenon. Completely out of nowhere, a ring-shaped object appeared in the sky, shimmering in colors ranging from bright violet to emerald green. As the witness observed, the ring began to deform. It stretched into an oval, twisted into a spiral, and at its peak resembled a glowing portal with a pulsating core. The witness emphasized that the object did not resemble any aircraft or known natural phenomenon. The recording spread across social media, sparking intense debate. The object has yet to be identified. While hiking through the hills of Minas Gerais in Brazil, two friends spotted a dark metallic craft in the sky with a matte surface. Beneath it moved an oval object resembling an egg. It too was smooth and emitted no light. The witnesses said they had the impression that both objects were studying the valley, scanning the terrain. After several minutes, both phenomena vanished without a trace. What were they? The mystery remains. On the 28th of April 2025 in Dayton, Ohio, a camera captured a mysterious event. Near a parked car appeared a glowing sphere about 1 meter in diameter. It moved around the parking lot, pushing itself off the ground using beams of light. Each jump was accompanied by a quiet, low-frequency hum. The object's trajectory was unpredictable. The sphere would suddenly accelerate, hover motionless, or change direction at a sharp right angle. After 30 seconds of such movements, the object disappeared. Local ufologists analyzed the recording, but no official explanation has been offered. In the Sonoran Desert in the state of Arizona, a group of tourists witnessed a frightening event. Above the sand, silently hovering at a height of 50 to 70 meters, appeared a classic flying saucer, a smooth disc with a circular ridge along its perimeter and dimly glowing ventilation openings. Suddenly, a hatch opened in the lower part of the object, and a humanoid creature jumped out. In the next instant, the saucer shot upward at incredible speed. The creature remained standing, as if surveying the area, and then disappeared. The tourists captured part of the scene on a phone, but the frame with the creature turned out blurry. Local police stated that no unidentified objects had been recorded in the area, and since the video was too unclear for analysis, no investigation was initiated. In the mountains of Nevada, a tourist witnessed a mysterious phenomenon. That day, he stopped on a mountain ridge to photograph the scenery. At some point, he noticed a triangular object with clearly defined contours. This UFO made no movements. It simply hovered above the peak of one of the mountains. After several minutes, a bright beam resembling a laser burst from the center of the object. At that moment, the tourist thought that someone inside the craft was scanning the mountain slopes. Soon the beam vanished, and the object accelerated sharply and ascended. Within 3 to 4 seconds, it reached such a height that it became indistinguishable. Ufologists compare the object to reports of black triangles frequently observed in Nevada. One night in the vicinity of Cedar Hill, Texas, local residents observed an unusual phenomenon in the sky. Eyewitness descriptions varied. Some saw a disc-shaped object with bright green lights around the perimeter. Others described not a solid disc, but a cluster of green, glowing spheres arranged in a perfect circle. The object hovered motionless above the trees, producing no sound. After several minutes, the lights went out simultaneously, and the sky returned to normal. One of the witnesses recorded the phenomenon on a smartphone. The footage indeed shows green lights, but the object's shape cannot be determined. Cedar Hill police registered the reports but found no technical explanation. No data on drones, balloons, or aircraft were recorded that night. A disturbing video appeared online, with the authors claiming it was filmed in a forested area near the city of Niš in southern Serbia. The footage shows a clearing where two humanoid silhouettes are visible. One being lies on the ground while the other stands over it, making strange movements. Most likely, the beings were involved in a conflict that left the weaker one defeated. Cryptozoologists compare the beings to descriptions of greys, classic extraterrestrial entities. Skeptics, however, point out the resemblance to costumed figures from horror productions and the lack of supporting reports in the region. During a routine flight over the Bristol Channel in the United Kingdom, the crew of a military aircraft recorded an anomalous phenomenon. Using a thermal imager, the pilots captured a round, glowing object completely invisible to the naked eye. The unique aspect of the incident was that the object did not appear on any radar systems, neither on the aircraft's instruments nor on ground-based tracking stations. The military reported the event to their superiors and submitted the thermal footage, but no official explanation was provided. Ufology experts note that such invisible objects are periodically recorded in various parts of the world, but their nature remains unknown. On the 16th of May, 2022, residents of San Antonio, Texas, witnessed an unusual aerial phenomenon. 3 glowing spheres appeared in the night sky, moving with astonishing synchronicity, maintaining a precise geometric formation, periodically freezing in place and then resuming movement. At first, eyewitnesses assumed they were observing a natural or atmospheric event. However, the object's behavior quickly dispelled such ideas. Their maneuvers clearly exceeded what could be explained by natural processes. Some witnesses noted that the spheres changed the intensity of their glow but produced no sound. The lights were visible for several minutes before disappearing. And that's all from me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. Your engagement is the best reward for me. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.